I'll play. You wanna play Star Wars? I am aware that the last time I showed my face and spoke about Star Wars, I was crying like a baby. Please, I insist, do not bully me. I very much explain why I got that way in the video, but anyways. If you noticed an increase in quality, it's because I am trying. So I'm using what I have at my disposal, which is not much, but I'm trying, okay? And, anyways, I've done 2 reactions lately, and, it's all cool, it's good. Some people seem to like them, but the name of the channel is Gameplays, so let's go back to the gameplays. What better way to do it than with Star Wars? So, let's go. This is gonna be like, maybe 10-15 episode long, if I want to keep them short. 15 episode long endeavor, or like 5 episodes, but all 45-minute long. So I don't want to do that. So let's just go ahead and see what happens. Right? I hope you enjoy these videos of Star Wars Battlefront, and yeah. That's it. Bing, bing, bing. This intro is legendary, and I don't want to ruin anything. Okay, yeah. Did you guys like the previous gameplay? The one with the dinosaurs? I know you didn't. So instead of that, well, I still do like that game a lot. But I said, well, after the internet saw me cry, yeah, like anyone saw my reaction. But after a few of you saw me cry like a baby with Star Wars, I figured, hey, let's just fucking play something Star Wars related. So here we go. I'm playing, as you saw, Star Wars Battlefront, one of my favorite games ever made. And yeah, I'm gonna tell, like in the previous game, I'm gonna tell my story with this game, how I found it, everything. But first, let's add everything, every map. This is kind of like a religion. This is how I do every single time I start this game. I add every map with their corresponding yeah, no, this one is Clone Wars. Yeah, with their corresponding eras. And then Remvara. This is tricky because I do this one Galactic Civil War, and I could do this one Clone Wars. Nah, let's both have them Galactic Civil War. The Dune Sea, Galactic Civil War, Mos Eisley. Now this one could also work for Clone Wars, but no, let's do it down. Galactic Civil War, Java, Galactic Civil War. Now just for fun, I could add a few more in Clone Wars. The Alright. Definitely not Bespin. Can't any of those. Already added these. I might re-add these ones as Clone Wars. And Mos Eisley as Clone Wars. And maybe Jabba's Palace as Clone Wars. Yeah. And now I completely fuck it up and put it on random order. I always do that every time I start this game. And this loading screen is beautiful and it lives rent-free in my heart. Okay, great start. You wanna know why? Because as a kid, this was one of the first times I could not do that. Don't do that. One of the first times I could fly in a Star Wars game. Fuck you, it's mine now. Here we go. I know I am. Sorry. Didn't you mean the Battlefront? Woo! Okay, so now that I'm playing Star Wars, now that I'm playing as an X-Wing, I'm gonna tell you guys my long-ass story with Star Wars. But, oh, no, the turrets! Damn it. Those turrets are really fucking good. Also, I think I have the difficulty set on hard. Yeah. Now, usually this would be good. For example, I always keep it on expert on the new Battlefronts. But for this one, it has this little thing that when you turn it to hard, every single enemy is like a fucking Terminator, and your squad is dumb as fuck. Like, they don't do shit. They are completely reliant on you doing everything. I think it's there mostly for split screen. Otherwise, I lose every time, and not because of me being a bad player. So I turn to medium. Let's go medium. That should even the odds and should make my guy. Well, it shouldn't change my guys. They're already pretty stupid, but it should make the enemy a little bit dumber. Give us a fighting chance. Oh, enemy forces have captured a command post. That one's classic. Okay, so yeah, what I was gonna say is that I'm gonna tell my tale with Star Wars in different chapters through different games, because I have a lot of games that I want to show with Star Wars. So this chapter is gonna be called I don't know. It's they're equally as in order as the original trilogy and the prequels were when they came out. So I'm gonna tell the latest episode, and then I'll hang on. I'm really trying my best. You okay, dude? You okay, dude? Oh, okay. Rebel pilot and a Wookiee there, getting it on. I'm not brave enough to draw that. Alright. There we go. Back on the X-Wing. Let me go get the fucking turret that got me. I swear, on hard, that turret is annoyingly good. It doesn't miss one shot. And that's precisely the problem. One more. Nah. The fuck you think you're going? We've captured the command post. Alright, okay. So, yeah, this episode is gonna be based around when I was already older kid, and I had already started seeing the prequels. No, you know what? I'm not gonna tell my old Star Wars story. I'm just gonna tell my story with this game. I remember watching. I think it was the original trilogy on DVD. I remember when they launched. This was this huge hassle because it was kind of like a huge moment, you know, that to have the original trilogy finally stepping into DVD, and especially all the extra features, which were awesome. And I still have the box set, which is all kind of like chromey and shit. Really cool. And me and my dad, he was the original Star Wars fan in this family. Well, my mom too. She also went and saw it on theaters, but definitely the biggest fan, like me, was my dad because he already had collectibles. He had his Kenner Millennium Falcon, which I inherited, and I have it there. It's really cool. It's incomplete and completely busted, but hey. It's still, like, it's got it what it counts, kid. May not look like much, but it's got it what it counts. And, so yeah, my dad was the huge Star Wars fan. And we were watching every single documentary and everything, every behind the scenes, every deleted scenes, anything that was on the DVD. Sorry. And there was a trailer, a teaser, for video games. One of them was Star Wars Battlefront, and I remember playing the video. We were on my living room, and we played the video, and we were so fucking blown away. We just saw. I still remember the trailer. It was like fly anything, fight anything. Yeah, fight anywhere, fly anywhere, something like that. And the music was like. Yeah, and I was so obsessed with the trailer. I saw it million times, I think. And my dad was also very hyped, and he was like, "You know what? When that game comes out, I'm gonna try and get it for us." And I was like, "Holy shit!" And he was like, "Even better, I'm gonna try to get an original." I'm like, "Holy shit!" Because back in the day, we couldn't afford many original stuff. The only things we made an exception for was Star Wars and Jurassic Park. That was it. That was the only original shit, like in terms of DVDs, collectibles, and games. Jurassic Park and Star Wars, always original in this household. And when this game came out, we didn't get it at launch, but after a while, he went to Costco, and I already mentioned Costco in my reaction to the Mandalorian. Sorry, yeah, the Book of Boba Fett episode. That is basically a Mandalorian episode, and yeah, same Costco. My dad went there, and I think it was with my mom, and they found Battlefront, and yeah, he got it for me. We came back. We started playing it, and it was fucking beautiful. It's beyond my wildest dreams. It's like the actual chance of playing every Star Wars battle in every Star Wars scenario that exists, any way you want, you know. And it was beautiful. And I used to play it with, like, again, I'm not gonna try and get too emotional. But one of my best friends, he was a brother to me, and I also don't want to get too sappy because I always get really emotional and sad when talking about him. And I know if there's an afterlife, he's probably like, "Don't worry, dude. we'll meet again in the Force. We'll meet again in the Force," and I do believe that. But anyways, he was my kind of like my brother. I had never had brothers, so he was the closest thing I ever had to a brother. And he used to come to my house to play. I used to go to his house to play Xbox because he had Xbox, and we played Halo there. And he's pretty much my introduction to Halo. and Halo I associated way more with him. And he used to come to my house because I had PlayStation 2, and he used to play Star Wars Battlefront with me. And he was always like, "Oh, put Battlefront, put Battlefront." And we were like, "Hell yeah, let's play Battlefront." And what I just did with the maps, we always did it. Like, that's how we played. We selected every map, but we used to play them in order. Eventually, we decided let's play them randomly because sometimes we can't reach the later levels. That way they're mixed, but they're there, you know. There's every single level in canonical order. Well, not canonical order, but with their respective characters and enemies and all of that. And we used to play it like crazy, dude. Like the disc was practically unreadable after a while because it had so much wear that yeah, we really juiced the shit out of the game, and it became our favorite game, one of our most beloved games ever. Then I lost my PS2, and I think I lost that disc because it was all fucked up. I mean, it was already fucked up, but even more with sorry. I did explain that I left in the Drastically Hunted video. I explained that I left to live with my dad, and when I came back, some of my discs, some of my games, I had lost them, and Battlefront was one of them. And it was bad because I love that game a lot. But one day I was able to find it on Blockbuster. My friend used to take me there. He had a car. He was older than me, like by 4 or 5 years, and he used to drive me to Blockbuster. And one day I went there and I found a used copy of Battlefront 1 for the Xbox, and I was so glad that I had recovered it. I came back and I played it all day and all night. I was seriously, I love this game so fucking much. It's engraved in my soul, and I've never sold it ever since. I still have it. Funny enough, my copy has a typo in the back when it says replay the biggest battles in the Star Wars universe. Universe is missing the last E. So does that make it a high value collectible? I'm not gonna fucking sell it anyways. It's one of my favorite games, and I'm really glad it got added into Xbox One's backwards compatibility, because now it's well, it's restored. You know, I can keep it, and I also have they gave it away during 1 month of Xbox Live Gold, and they give it away to gold users, and I was able to catch that little game, and I don't even need to take my physical copy. I just use, okay, we're down to the clones on Renvar. This one's gonna be fun. We've captured a command post. Enemy forces have captured the command post. Here's a funny story. There was once a con, like a convention, you know, and I'm really struggling with my English. Hang on. Anyways, a con. You know what a con is, you know? It could mean a criminal, but no, I don't mean a con as in a convict. I mean a con where people go dressed up as their characters, favorite characters, and that's it. And there was once a con for Star Wars, and here in Mexico, every year there was supposed to be one, and my first con when I was a little kid was really bad. I'm not gonna go into details because it's one of the reasons why I was crying during the N1 thing with Book of Boba Fett, because it was a really rough year. Something really bad happened to me that year, and uh, my my aunt and my cousins took me. Well, we were gonna go to a con in Star Wars. Again, it was around 2000 or late 1999, and it was a con fully. I think it was one of the first Star Wars cons, like in my area or in Mexico. I don't remember. And they were gonna take me, but again, something really bad happened, and my dad and my mom had to go fix. Well, not fix, but be there. I'm just gonna say it. My grandfather passed away, and we couldn't go to the con. And I was too young to understand why. You know, I just it didn't fully register, but that wasn't the end of it. Something else worse happened that day, and I do still remember it. But I'm not gonna say it here because it's sensitive subject. Too sensitive, in fact. But anyways, the thing is, my aunt and my cousins, they were like, "No, we'll take him," and they took me to this con, and I don't remember much. Like they got me a couple of action figures, really tiny and economic action figures, like a tiny Anakin, a tiny Watto, tiny Qui-Gon Jinn, tiny Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's it. That's all I remember. That's all I got, and I didn't even get to enjoy the con. And it lived kind of like like I would never be able to go to a Star Wars con, you know, a proper one. But then there was a con. I think right after the launch of The Force Awakens, and Tamara Morrison came to Mexico, and I was like, at the time I was working, or I think I was just about to quit my job. It was when I started my that year I started my venture into the digital, well, into working as a digital artist like I do right now. So I'm so glad it's worked out. Maybe not as good as having a stable paycheck, but hey, it has actually worked out pretty good in my opinion. At least I'm happier. But anyways, I don't have as much money, but I'm still happy. There was gonna be this con, and Tamara Morrison was gonna come, and I was like, hell yeah, I want to meet fucking Jango Fett, because when I was a little kid, I loved Jango Fett. I loved Boba Fett, but Jango Fett was like my I don't know, my admiration, you know. During one Christmas, Santa Claus, my parents. Oh shit. Well, yeah. I hope no kid is watching this. This is not for kids. So if you're a kid watching this, what the fuck, dude? Anyways, don't, dude. Anyways, yeah. During one Christmas, Santa Claus brought me the Slave One, Django's Slave One. Huge. Like, my dad wasn't a big fan of big ships and like big action figures. We got mostly the Micro Machines Action Fleet Star Wars toys, and I remember my dad was always on the hunt for Anakin Spot Racer. We never found it. We did find Sebulbas and Mars Guos, or Mars Guos, sorry. I wanted Gasganos, I wanted Dot Bolts. I don't know if they came out in Action Fleet, but I really wanted those. Those were my favorite pods. And Anakins, of course. But everyone wanted Anakin, so Anakin was nowhere to be seen. But he always got me those ships, the tiny Micro Machines Action Fleet ships. And for some reason during that Christmas, I believe because the Action Fleet stuff was becoming more and more scarce here in Mexico, they got me the big ass Jango Fett Slave One, or Fire Spray. Hang on. The Fire Spray gunship, and yeah, I was super obsessed with Jango Fett. So fast forward again when Tamara Morrison came to town, and I was so fucking excited. I was like, I gotta meet Django Fett, I gotta meet Tamara Morrison. I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I was actually struggling because I wanted to take, like, I don't have many collectibles, as I've stated, very few, and very few like in a box for them to not have value, because of course any collectible with a signature from a Star Wars character has value to me, but I mean something to keep, you know, to be able to show, not to everyone, but to see myself like somewhere stable. You know, if it's a ship, the signature is not gonna be visible unless you have the box, and I didn't have the box of the Slave One. I didn't have the box of my Jango Fett action figures or my clone figures, so I was like, well, I'm fucked. So I was like, I'm gonna take a game, and I wanted to choose between 3 games: Star Wars Republic Commando, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and Star Wars Battlefront, because this one has Tamara Morrison's, I think, Tamara Morrison's voice as the clones, especially the announcer. We'll capture a command post. Enemy forces have captured the command post. It sounds like Tamara Morrison. And I still don't know if it really is him. That's why I discarded it. But I was considering taking Battlefront, and I actually wanted him. I was like, be brave, be brave. When you see him, ask him to say, we've captured a command post. But I didn't. I was mum the whole time. I was shaking, and actually, if you look at the picture, I think I'm gonna have to post the picture of me greeting Tamara Morrison. Yes, that was a very different me. That was a nerdy ass me. Like, I'm still extremely nerdy, but like, I barely got out. Well, no, I did go out because I had a job, so I had to go out. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't look after myself. I looked like shit. I had braces and everything, so it was a tough time for me. I'm not saying I'm fucking beautiful, but at least I take care of myself a little bit more. And yeah, that's me. And I was shaking. I was scared. I was like, I just don't want to make him uncomfortable, and I want to let him know that I'm a huge fan. And all I said was like, hi, hi, can you sign me this? I also made him a drawing. I still have the drawing with his signature. Here's the thing, I made 2 copies of the drawing. One was for him to sign to me, so I kept the drawing with his signature. The drawing is of Jango Fett posing heroically with his 2 blasters, and there's the fire spray right behind him. The blue one from Django, not the Boba Fett one, of course. And that one was for me to keep with the signature, and I wanna put it in a, like a, you know, I want. Oh shit, we're losing. I just realized. I wanna hang it from my wall, but I wanna like put it in a really cool like glass thingy. So I'm struggling with my English again, but you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, the other copy of the drawing, I gave it to him, and he was really happy with it. I was like, thank you very much. I will keep this. Like, yeah, I would. Yeah, I hope so. And I'm really happy with it. Anyways, the reason well, how it connects with this game is that I wanted to either take this amongst other 2 games to get signed, and at the end of the day, I didn't, because it's such a minor role that it would have been weird. But like I mentioned in the video, I did take my copy of Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which is a far better choice. Like, I was still struggling between Bounty Hunter and Republic Commando, because he also plays a huge part in Republic Commando. But again, Republic Commando is him and other 3 squad mates who don't have his voice. They're the original Bad Batch. And Delta Squad represent. And instead I took I took Bounty Hunter, which of course is all him. It's 100% his game. He's the main character. He's the main everything. And actually, I remember I handed it to him, and he was talking to some. I don't know if it was a friend of his representative, whatever. I don't know who it was, but it was a lady, and he turned to her and said, do you remember this one? And I was like, oh shit, like I unlocked a memory for him. It was cool, and I still have the. He was like, where do you want the signature? Do you want it in the cover? I'm like, yes, please. Like, I'm pretty sure he must have had conversations with many nerds in that moment that were like, no, don't block the drawing, or don't do this, don't do that. But I'm like, fuck it. Put your signature fucking everywhere. If you want to like draw on the disc, like up in the top and below, fucking go for it. But no, he just took out the cover and laid his signature there, and it's right in front of Django's face, and it's really cool. It's one of my most precious. I'm having issues with my English. One of my most beloved collectibles that I have, or items that I have for Star Wars. And yeah, this is it. One story derailed into like 20 stories, but that's the power of Star Wars. Oh, well, some poor bastard on carbonite. Or I'm pretty sure. Oh no, there is someone. I was gonna say, pretty sure there's just a block of carbonite, because remember, carbonite was not meant to be used on people. That's why they were gonna test it on Solo. Let's see if it actually has someone in it. Oh, it does. Is it Han? I think it's Han. Fucking great, Han. Han is just keeping Captain Carbonite over and over again. They cloned him just to keep him in Carbonite. Poor Han. But yeah, Star Wars. I love Star Wars so much. And yeah. The only other person I've managed to get a signature of is John Ralter, who plays Dak. Is it John Ralter? Or is it Dak Ralter? And I'm combining the name of the character and the actor. Fuck, that happens a lot to me with that guy. But the character is Dak, the Luke Skywalker's co-pilot in the Snowspeeder during the Battle of Hoth. And I got his same treatment. I drew his character right next to a Snowspeeder. The drawing was bigger because by that time I had more experience with digital drawing and I was more confident with my art. So the drawing was a lot bigger. Actually, it looks really cool. And I gave him one, and I kept one for my collection. And for him, I actually got a Hot Wheels Snowspeeder in its original package. I mean, it's the one, yeah, Hot Wheels one from I think it was one from the line of The Force Awakens toys from Hot Wheels. Or maybe it was the one from Rogue One. I don't remember. I think it was the one from Rogue One. Anyways, I handed him the Snowspeeder, or the Land Speeder, however you want to call it, for his signature, and I kept both of them, and I gave him a copy of his drawing, of course. And he was really happy. And I was a little bit more secure about myself when I saw him. Like I could talk a little bit more. I wasn't a big sweaty nerd like like I was with Tamara. I'm sorry, Tamara. I'm really sorry if I made you uncomfortable, man. I had never met a Star Wars actor before in my fucking life, never. And not only that, I got to meet my idol, my legend. You know, I just mentioned how obsessed I was with Jango Fett. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were to unearth my old school notebooks when I was a kid, you'll be surprised at how many Jango Fett drawings and Slave 1 drawings are on the pages. You know, I adored drawing him, and I don't like the helmet, especially the helmet. I adored drawing the Mandalorian helmet, and yeah, he was my favorite character. and I really got to meet him. It was amazing. Also, I really fucking love his voice, and it's one of the few Star Wars imitations that I can do slightly properly, like put Captain Solo in the cargo hold. He's no good to me dead. As you wish. And I just fucking died. But yeah, it's one of the few Star Wars like imitations that I can do properly. To be honest, I think my Darth Vader is not so bad. It's like, join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son. No, I am your father. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force. Like, just add a little bit more bass to the voice, and I don't know. I think I'll do a pretty decent Darth Vader voiceover. I tried with Grievous. I can do Jar Jar Binks as well, but it's a little too late for me to just burst out with a Jar Jar Binks imitation, you know. But I'm really tempted.